by 4 women, and I would like to acknowledge my colleagues in this interview. So it's Rebecca Shao, Sao Senged, and Inji Roslan, and myself. The reason HarassMap just become, if I may say, quite popular, is because it's provided a space for women in Egypt for the first time to anonymously report incidents of sexual harassment, that they themselves voice their frustration and report the incidents that's happening to them. It's also helped us to kind of provide evidence-based data for people who deny or suspect or is suspicious of the existence of sexual harassment in Egypt, and to what extent it's really like common and practiced on a daily basis. In some occasions also, it's provided testimonies, live testimonies, and for incidents that happened during the political uprising, where women were attacked and assaulted, and in cases raped during the revolution. So HarassMap have been very active also in documenting this.
And how does it work? How do you documentate all this?
Okay, we're using the technology of Ushahidi. It's an open source technology, and all the data online. So basically, you can now type www.harassmap.org, and you can see the map, and you can see all the reports that we received. We received till mid last year more than 1,500 reports. So we received this report. We have a filtering criteria to make sure that it's relevant. Sometimes we receive reports that's not related to sexual harassment. And after we publish this report, so you can see the story, you can see when it happened, you can see where it happened, you can see the type of harassment that the person have been subjected to. We received mostly the reports for women, but we have few cases also from men, which also shows that because it's anonymous, it's provided a safe space for men who usually would see reporting sexual harassment that happened to them as a taboo, to be able to report these incidents. We also, HarassMap has a unique combination between an offline and online activity. So the online would be the map, which, as I said, provide the information and also guide us with messages that we take to the field. So through our community outreach, we work in more than 22 governorates, and we have hundreds of volunteers working with us, and they are serving the message, delivering the message, working with a strategy toward ending acceptability and social acceptability to sexual harassment. We also have team working in universities and schools to provide safe spaces in the different areas inside schools and inside university. Yesterday, HarassMap actually was celebrated and received an honorary award by the University of Cairo, and honored by more than 5,000 students, because we assisted or we helped with other initiatives as well as the administration of the university for drafting and implementing the first anti-sexual harassment strategy in an Egyptian university, which is the Cairo University. So you can see between an online, combination between online and offline, it really helps to reach a wider group and reach bystander that we want to encourage to more interfere when witnesses incidents of sexual harassment. Right now, only 17% in Greater Cairo of bystander who witness sexual harassment interfere. So this means that more than 80% of people who witness sexual harassment don't interfere. So these are the target groups that we want to engage with and encourage to address the issue and take action.
So I would like to know which kind of policies do you think that are good to improve the situation of the women in the world?
Of course, we more, in HarassMap, we more work at grassroots level and address the people. We don't do advocacy. That's not part of what we're doing. We work with other organizations to work toward advocacy. However, of course, changes the policy and changing more in the and creating more of a political will to advance women's status is very important. So, for instance, the fact that for many, many years we have been pushing, and by we, I saying the feminist movement, the NGO movement, and people concerned with the gender-based violence in Egypt have been working toward the formulation of a law, of a violence against women law. And that have been unsuccessful. It has been even before the revolution. So it has been for many years unsuccessful, and then only last year there have been changes in the penal code that addressed for the first time the word sexual harassment in the Egyptian law. And now the perpetrator who commits sexual harassment, verbally or physically or any types of sexual harassment as is being defined, would risk to be imprisonment from 1 year to 3 with a fine. So these steps, although it's one baby step on a long road, was so important to let people know that there is a legal replication of consequences if they commit sexual harassment in the street against any man and woman. And that the public space is for everybody, and I have my space in this, and have my space, and you should not, and you cannot like violate my space. So that was very important. So policies in place, the right policies in place, and not only the policies, but also the implementation of the policies, because you can have the policies but not a proper implementation for it, and enforcement for it. So the existence of our policies and the engagement, the enforcement of these policies are very important to the advancement of the women. So the existence of very strong laws or legislation that help women or to process the case. The existence of a judiciary system that is easily that can easily through it process cases. The existence of a police force that's well trained and helping women and encouraging also women to report incidents of violence is very important. Right now in Egypt, we have only 1.2% of cases are being reported. And this is based on our research that's done in Greater Cairo only. So it's not a representative sample, but it's a trend. It shows a trend that women tend not to report because they don't feel very safe in the environment, in the police environment. They don't think it will go anywhere. So all these policies, different policies and enforcements, all different political will at a higher level are very important to the advance of women and the ending of gender-based violence.
Okay, thank you so much for your time, Amel. Well,
thank you very much. It was a pleasure talking to you.
It was a pleasure to interview you.
Same here. Same.
I'll get myself